Welcome to the next video of data structures. In this video, we'll be doing the activities or problems that can come in the part my data structure list. So in the previous videos, we have learned stack, queue, and we have seen the activities also. In this video, we are going to see the activities or what are the possible activities that can come on the list part. So this is the first question that can be asked for this. They're asking, they are giving a list named as my list, which is having 10 elements starting from, it's a sorted list. Uh, the question is to write down the Python statements for the following requirements. You just pause the video and try to write the answers, then we'll discuss the answer. The first question is to uh, find the number of items in the list. So we have been using this, it is the, of course they are asking for a function, an inbuilt function for this purpose. We have been using this function for many purposes while programming. So in order to find the number of items, you will be using the length function. So you will be using length function to find the number of items in my list. So the function will be length of, within bracket, the name of the list, that is my list. And the second question is to find the frequency of item 30, a specific item they are asking 30 in my list. For example, how many times 30 is coming in the my list. So there you have to use a function count. So count is a function which is used to uh, create or used to find out how many times a value is repeating. So in order to get the value, you have to specify which values count has to be given. So here you have to give as 30. Okay, so that's how the second question comes. And the third question asks you to remove a value or delete a value 17. So there the function using is remove. We can see how the answer will come. See, the first question answer is length of my list. Second one is my dot count. In the as a parameter of count, you have to give as a parameter of count you have to give the value 30, and in my remove function you have to use remove function, as well as in the bracket you have to specify which value you want to remove. And then when you print the mylist function, you can see that the output will be the 17 will be removed and the remaining list will be displayed. Next question is to, normally the question comes for list as for writing the functions. Okay, for writing the functions, and here two things happen simultaneous, that is they are checking your ability to write the work with functions, and also how you can access the list, etc., how you work with the data structure list. So two things comes here, that is your functions, your capability to access the functions, you have to create it, how to call it, etc., and they are checking whether you know the list also. So here the first question, this question is to write a function. Name of the function is also given. So first question here is to define a function, and what is the name given? The name of the function is sum alternate. Okay, name of the function is given here, and see the argument is a name of a function called as a name of a list as my list. So you have a list with the some numbers, the name of the list is my list, so you are passing my list to them. And what is the next thing? Next is to calculate the sum of the alternate elements of my list, and you have to print it. Okay, so this is a question, so you have to define a function, the function name is sum alternate, and what inside you have what to do, you have to calculate the sum of alternate numbers. Alternate numbers means if you are taking uh, 5 first, then you will go for 17, then you will go for 25, then you will go for 30, then you will go for 56. For this should be the order how it takes the value. Pause the video and you will see, you can try to write the answer, then we'll discuss the answer. Hope you have completed the answer. See that we can discuss the answer. In the first line, they are asking, they are have written def is a keyword for defining a function. Sum of the alternate is the name of the function, and of course my list. This thing we got it from the question itself. Now what you have to find out, we have to find out a sum. You have to find out the sum. So we created a variable sum which is equal to 0, initialize it to 0. Now use the for function such that you can take the value from 0 to my list length of the string was here. If it is 10, it will come till 10. But what are the values that for function will take? It will take 0 to 9 only. That is, it will take, that is a peculiarity of the for function. It will take my list, length of my list minus 1. And what is the use of this 2? 2 means you are in the question itself, they have told you to take the alternate values only. So if it is from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc., it will take only 0, 2, 4 up to 8. Because why? We are starting from 0 to 9. So while starting from 0, it will take till 8. Is that clear? Then what happens? Then it will add up the values. Initially sum is equal to 0. So while it is taking one value, each value from the my list, it will add up to this. So initially it will add the first value here. Then what comes the next value, that one will not be taken, the second value will be taken, that will be added to the sum. Again the fourth value will be added to the sum up to 8 it contains. And finally the sum will contain the sum of the alternate values. Is that clear? Now the coming to the next question. Again write the function for sum of even odd my list to find the sum of all even elements and sum of all odd elements present in the my list. Pause the video and we'll find the answer now. See, same thing, you have to define the function. Here they are asked for two sum, that is sum of even numbers as well as sum of odd numbers. So you are starting from, for I is in range from 0 to my list, that even if 0 is not given, it automatically starts from 0. Length of my list is taken, and if the content inside is an even number, how to check the even number? We'll check whether the division is the remainder of the division by 2 is 0 or not. If division by 0 by 2 is equal to 0, what happens? It will be added to the sum of even numbers. If it is not 0, of course it will be added to the, it will be an odd number, it will be added to the sum of odd numbers. Now print even and print sum of even numbers and print odd numbers can be given directly. So this is how this function works. You are asked only to write the function, so just write the function itself. And the mark division will be for this writing only the function definition, you will be getting half marks. For this loop you will be getting half marks. For these two you will be getting half marks, and for the remaining this one and this one you will be getting half marks. So when a question comes for writing a function, please attend the question such that each and every line of the program contributes to your mark. So even if you don't know the correct logic, you can just write the function header. That itself give you half marks. Now the next question, to find the count of even odd, to find count all count. This question is to just to count the numbers which are even elements and sum of all odd elements. So you can see the answer here. They are just finding out the count only, not the sum. The same technique, but you are just counting how many are there. You just count the values. You are not summing up, you are just counting up. If that is an even value, just add 1 to it. If there it is an odd number, add 1 to it, the count of odd. Next question, write a function sum 7 and my list which display only those items from the list which ends with the digit 7. How will you find a digit with that ends with 7? You just divide it by 10. If the remainder is 7, then the meaning is that the answer is the digit or the number ends with the digit 7. How? See, if my value is 140, 7, a value taken from this is 147. If I divide it by 10, what will be the remainder? 7. So check with that logic. Okay, if a number, I'm having a number 50, what will be the value if I divide it by 10? The remaining is 0. What happens if I'm having a value 75 and dividing it by 10? The remainder will be 5. So they are asking is that last, if I want the last digit of a number, the logic is that you just mod it. Use the modulus operation and you'll get the answer. See, the function is like this. You initialize the sum. Just get the number by doing the modulus operation such that the remainder is 7. If it is that, then it means that the number ends with the digit 7, and print my list of that value. Print that value and just do the sum, and after getting out of the loop, we can print the total sum. So that's all for today. Thank you.